Like one for you to date. Um, I'm going to run you through how to set up an audio interface, and I'm using the Behringer Euphoria UMC 202. This is probably one of the most important things in production. It is the first step to setting up your ears. And let me explain in simple terms what we are going to do and why we need to even do this. So, first of all, you need a laptop, a decent laptop, to run your software. And every laptop has an audio interface. Just like these days, every phone has a camera, right? But then you are limited in terms of what you can do with it. So the laptop's audio interface allows you to plug just a headphone jack, I think a 3.5mm jack, and just record normal audio from a laptop. So it means you can do Zoom calls or whatever with just your laptop and listen with your headphones through the laptop. But then when you want to start recording, audio professionally, the laptop can't handle that. That is why you need an external audio interface. In other words, a sound card. Okay. So like I mentioned, we are using the UMC 202 HD, and this, I hope I'm not going to mess things up, but this is how it looks like. 202 means you have two inputs and two outputs. So basically you have a left and right output. Right. Before you can connect this to your laptop successfully, in this case I'm using a Windows PC. You need to install drivers, right? So that's the first thing you have to do. So let me walk you through that, and I hope you can see this. Okay, I have it up already, but let me run you through. This is what I do, like usually, right? I'll just search for what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for the Behringer UMC 202 drivers. Right. Just open your web browser, and then in this case, I'll go to downloads first, whatever I want. Then pick products, and this one's going to downloads. That is how I get that. You get your manuals and all that stuff over there. Yes, so this will take you to the Behringer website, and then you can see you have a lot of models here, ranging from mixer boards and all that. But then let's narrow it down to what we want. We want a UMC 202. Yes. And so you realize there are quite a number of options. So this is where you have to, select what works best with your system, right? So we have this UMC 202 HD audio driver, and then this works for Windows XP and Vista. So that means we have to search through for what works. I'm using the Windows 11, so this one works, right? So we download it. I have it installed already, so I don't have to go through that again. So once you run the installation, it's free actually. So you run the installation and everything is good to go. A way to double check if everything is working fine is to go to your Windows search bar and type Device Manager, just to be sure everything is running properly. So we go to Device Manager and go to this section, Sound, Video, and Game Controllers. And then you have it here, Behringer UMC 202. So you right click and you look for Properties. And it says this device is working properly. So that means you're good to go. After this, you need any door of your choice. In this case, I use Ableton. You can use FL Studio, Logic Pro, Pro Tools, whatever works best for you. So I'll open up Ableton Live because we have to set the interface up in the door as well. So someone may ask, what if I don't have a sound card? Can I still run my DAW? Yes, you can. That means by default, your DAW is going to run on the Windows interface or the Windows drivers. It could be ASIO for all, it could be anything. So yes, in Ableton, you can use Control-, or you can go to the options bar, scroll down, and you have settings. You want to make sure you are at the audio section, and this is where you choose the driver type. We're going to select ASIO, and then we're going to select UMC ASIO driver as our device. Once you do this, you are good to go. Since this is a 2-in, 2-out, we're going to check that if everything is running smoothly. So we check our inputs. We have inputs 1 into here, and then we have our outputs 1 and 2 as well. In the case of UMC 404, which is this one, we're going to have 4 inputs, and 4 outputs. So in that case, you would expect to have 4 outputs in this section. But then, since we are running 2 into us for now, that's why we have this 2. One more thing you want to check is your sample rate. I prefer 48 kHz, so select that. You have to make sure this runs across all your projects. And so if you are working in 44.1 kHz, you have to make sure your file input is 4.1. If you are sending tracks over to a different producer or engineer, you have to add up that my files are in 44.1 or 48 kHz. Yes, so that is that. So in Ableton, let me delete these 2 audio tracks. Right. So I have 2 audio tracks now, and the last thing I'm going to do is to connect an external instrument or microphone to see if it works. So I have this Behringer C1 microphone connected to input 1 of this device, and since this is phantom powered, you have to make sure your phantom power is on. So when you check at the back of the device, you find plus 48V. That is your phantom power. So it's off here. You just switch it on and you are good to go. And then you can see the mic will light up. It's a red indicator. When it's turned off, it won't work. Yes, so it's off now. So we do this for every phantom powered device you connect to this. Right. So in Ableton, I'll just engage this track, and then we can see here. I already have, my meter is reading here. right? And on the interface, you have gain levels to gain up or gain down, whatever you want to do. I already have a decent level here, so I don't have to do that. Hello, hello, hello. Right. Hello, hello. So you can see my signal is showing green. That means it's working perfectly. If you are not getting any signal, then it means probably your cable is broken or you haven't powered up your phantom. That is basically how to route this. In Ableton, your out is automatically routed to the master out of the sound card. I think there are some doors where you have to do that yourself. I think Pro Tools and Cubase as well, right? You'd have to set your own master tracks, but in Ableton everything is done for you, and yeah, you are good to go. Let me just add a bonus tip to what I do. When I'm running stems, right, for stage performances, what I do is I typically use a 4-out interface. I hope this one. So, yes, 4-out. So let's assume I have backing tracks, I have auxiliaries, I have loops, I have guitar stems, I have vocals, and click. There are a few ways I go about it. Sometimes I send a stereo out of my keys, guitars, vocals, and any other effects that I need. But it has to be like well mixed, well balanced, because I'm sending just 2 tracks to the engineer. What I do is that I connect my out not through the main left and right. So you can see you have your main out at this section, left and right, or XLR. But then for stems, I route to the playback outputs, which is 1, 2, 3, 4.